that represents a nation of people that strive for excellence and greatness every single day. Got another bomb episode for y'all, but before I begin, y'all hit that like button, that subscribe button, that share button, that notification bell. Pass me around, Facebook, Instagram, and all other social media platforms, and y'all know how I feel about my chizzing. If you guys like to support the channel, Cash App, $Michael US. Also, check out my Spotify podcast, the 250 Gemstones Culture Podcast. The link is in the description. Y'all stay and watch the whole video. We need to talk. Oh, what a beautiful morning. What a beautiful morning. Got so much now. I'm about to wrap it up. I got a few more things to do. About to go work out. About to go eat. It's a beautiful day today. The storm has passed out here in Dallas. Oh, yeah. Feeling good. Feeling good. Give me some water right here in my 250 Gemstones mug. Look at that. Look at that right there. Look at that right there. The 250, yeah, look at that right there too. Love being an entrepreneur. I ain't gotta listen to nobody. Listen to my damn self. I listen to my damn self. The world is getting crazier, as we all know. The world is getting so crazy. Oh my goodness. I came across this story and I said, I had to cover this. I had to cover this. Teen squatters kill daughter of vacant apartments, dead owner, stuffed body in duffel bag. Now, the way they word these titles, I think I worded a little bit better, but there are some squatters and they killed the daughter of the vacant apartments owner. So the apartment owner passed away and her daughter came to check on the property. Let's see. Article written by Marissa Sarnoff. So, apartment owner has passed away and her daughter went over there to the apartment and these little squatters crushed her, killed her on site. Let's see. The people behind the murder of a woman who was deleted while checking on her late mother's vacant New York, it had to be New York, Jesus, vacant New York apartment where teenage squatters live in there illegally, according to police. The U.S. Marshals Service Fugitive Task Force announced the arrest of Haley Tejada and Kinsley Austin in York, Pennsylvania. The two murder suspects were taken into custody Friday morning on charges of receiving stolen property, the Marshals Service announcement said. The charges stem from a motor vehicle accident that happened on March 13, 2024, when the vehicle that Kinsley Austin was driving collided with another vehicle, causing an accident in the 5,000 block of Jonestown Road, Dauphin County, Pennsylvania. It was later discovered that the vehicle belonged to a murder victim out of Kips Bay, New York. Woo! So they stole this motorbike and crashed this motorbike in Pennsylvania. In Jonestown Road, Dauphin County, Pennsylvania. They got into an accident. They got into the vehicle. He stole this vehicle from New York and crashed in Pennsylvania. The murder victim is Nadia Vitals, 52, who is believed to have been killed on or before March 13, 2024. Police in Lower Paxton Township said in a statement. Vitals, who had just returned from a trip from Spain, had gone to the apartment which was owned by her late mother on March 12 to prepare it for a family friend. After entering the apartment, which is reportedly as accessed directly by elevator, Vitals is believed to have stumbled upon the accused killers who allegedly then beat her to death. They then allegedly fled in her car, a Lexus, driving through New Jersey before reaching Pennsylvania. WNBC reported that the teens were seen on camera leaving the apartment hours after Vitals was seen walking in. Local NBC affiliate WNBC reported that Vitals was discovered after her son requested a wellness check. The victim's son reportedly accompanied investigators and the building supervisor to the 19th floor apartment. So the son was looking for his mom, haven't heard from his mom. So he got the laws and the building owner involved, the building supervisor involved. He was reported to have been the one who discovered that his mother had been stuffed into a duffel bag. So the son discovered his mom being stuffed in a duffel bag and placed inside one of the apartment's closets. According to the New York Post, the bag had been covered by a coat, but a foot was visible sticking out. Vital's body was found in the bag. The New York Post reported she apparently suffered from blunt force trauma to the head, multiple facial fractures, a brain bleed, and two broken ribs. Tejada is 19 years old and Austin is 18. The New York Post reported Austin was reportedly behind the wheel at the time of the crash that landed the defendants on the law enforcement's radar. She allegedly gave officers a false name and a date of birth. That's the end of the article. Lord have mercy. Would y'all like my opinion? Would y'all like some of this 250 gemstones culture commentary? Well, of course you do. That's why your ass is here. You know what's crazy in this world? These one of these situations to where that this situation was just unavoidable. It's unfortunate, but if you walk into your own property, your mother's property, she didn't see this coming. She's going on to check on the property because she's about to give this property to her friend, and she walks in and gets beat to death. So they beat this woman to death, and they stuffed her in a duffel bag and then threw her body in the closet. Imagine the son having to discover their mom like this. I couldn't imagine. Somebody had to get hurt. I'm gonna do some damn time behind my mama. Imagine not hearing from your mom for a couple days and then you find your mom in that type of predicament. In my personal opinion, just I don't think there's nothing she can do. I mean, it was just she walked in and this happened. She just came from a trip. She ain't have no smoke with nobody. Sound like she kept to herself, and she's in her 50s. I don't think too many people are gang banging in they. Oh yeah, they are. They got some niggas out there, but I don't think too many people are acting a fool at that age. Not too many. There's a good handful, but I don't know if this was avoidable. Because in life we got to make great decisions. That's how you be great. You got to make great decisions. But what can you do? Some things in life, what I learned is just unavoidable. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Sometimes you just gotta suffer the consequences. But I believe, not to these teenagers, they have to be on some type of drugs. I believe they are crackheads. Is that no? Fentanyl kills you if you take it. It has to be crack, or some new type of crack, or a new type of drug that's out there making these people flip out like this because they said they're illegal. Teenage squatters living there illegally. So first off, how did they even get inside the damn apartment? That's the first thing. They're going to have to start cracking down. Well, every apartment that I ever lived in, they crack down on who's in the apartment, who's on the lease. A lot of these apartments now, especially the newer ones, they have cameras. Who's up in here? For the longest, for as far as I know, they are very strict on who's in the apartment. So I don't even know how they even got inside. Like physically, I don't even know how they got inside. I don't know how they got inside, but they up in there illegally, and it has to be drugs or demonic force or probably both. There's a lot of demonic people that's up in here. There's a lot of demonic people that's walking around this earth, a lot of miserable people. And you can tell by their lifestyle, there's a force working within them because they stole, not only did they beat the woman, stuffed her in a duffel bag, threw her in the closet, they stole her car and went all the way to Pennsylvania. They took their behinds to Pennsylvania and they got into a car crash. They live a very reckless lifestyle. They live a very, very reckless lifestyle. They're murdering, they're stealing, they're everywhere they go, they're causing some type of misery on somebody else. Got into a car crash. That's how they got caught. Car crashes, murder, all kinds of stuff. These people need to go. Society will be better if these people, they don't want nothing. These are the type of people that don't want nothing. Then always complaining why life sucks so bad. But these type of folk, they're only 19. They already threw away their life at 19, 18, 19. Trash. Absolute trash. That woman didn't deserve that. These people are bums. They don't want to work. It's obvious they don't want to work. Because when you working, when you grinding like me, when you grinding like other folk, when you studying to be a doctor, when you studying to be a lawyer, when you a manager at a restaurant, you ain't got time for the BS. When you're responsible, you got bills, you got kids to look after, or even if you don't have kids yourself, you are taking care of, say, a niece or nephew, or you're taking care of your grandmom. Your grandmom not doing too good. Your grandmom not doing too good. When you have responsibilities and you're productive and you want things out of life, you ain't got time for the BS. You do not have not a single second. Like me, I already got my videos ready for my Michael T. Porter music channel. I'm finna upload some more skits, Michael T. Porter skits and stories. I already got my videos going here. I'm about to do another live after I do this one. Then I'm about to go work out. Then I'm about to go eat. And then I'm going to organize everything because I got more stuff coming out. Got to work on the videos. When you busy, you ain't got time. You ain't got time. These people aren't productive. Thank God. You know what's crazy? Thank God that these two trashy people didn't have children. Can you imagine if these two people had children? And we have to deal with them. I don't want their kids around my damn kids. Hell no. Your kids are trash. Look at the parents. On dope. Now, let me take that back. Those people who are on dope, I ain't bashing you because you're on dope. I'm bashing you because no, I'm not even bashing. If people are on dope and they're just minding their business, that's one thing. But if you on some type of controlled substances and you're causing harm to other people, you gotta rob people to get your fix. You gotta kill people. This drugs make you have satanic thoughts. Then you got to go. I don't want to deal with that mess. I don't want to deal with it. It's time to elevate. Why do we have to suffer because you made bad decisions? Why did a 250 gemstones culture have to suffer because y'all made bad decisions? These people are sick. Stuff this woman in a duffel bag. The husband said the son said he saw his mama's foot hanging outside the closet. Covered it up with some coats. This dude, like she was a piece of trash. Treated this woman like she was a piece of trash. Beat her, broke her ribs. What they say? Brain bleed. They bashed her head in. Broke her ribs. Facial fractures. Let me go back to that part of the article. Let me see. They did this woman dirty and then threw some coats on her. Threw some raincoats on her. Some winter coats on her. Here we go. Vital's body was found in the bag. She apparently suffered from blunt force trauma to the head. Bashed her head in. Multiple facial fractures. They beat this woman. They were going for the jugular. A brain bleed and 2 broken ribs. They were trying to punish this woman. And they did punish her. Like she was trash. Threw some coats on her. And then stole a car. These are the type of people you gotta be like. Every time I step out, man, y'all know me. I'm cool. I'm laid back. I am fun. But you gotta protect your energy. You gotta protect your body. You gotta protect your spirit. You got a lot of these people talking about all these new religions popping up. Scientology, the Black Hebrew Israelites. What do you got? What's all this stuff? There's a whole bunch of religions that's popping up, and you gotta protect your spirit. Through your faith with Christ, through your faith with God, through your believing in the teachings of the Holy Word, the Bible, because there's a lot of demonic forces. You gotta protect your spirit. You gotta protect your body. When you go, I don't know what it's like to be a woman, but even women, I recommend women. Even if you don't like guns as a woman, I still feel as a woman, especially men. We already know men gotta have that thing, but you gotta keep you a knife. Like I don't have any kids, but I have a daughter. She's gonna be packed up with some pepper spray. Some mace. She gonna have a little knife on it. Yeah, my baby gonna be equipped, and still gonna be a little lady. She's still gonna be feminine, but when it's time to, do your due diligence, you run to daddy. Give me that phone call. Get that nigga up off you and get daddy a phone call. I'll be there. I'm gonna be right there. Beat some ass around there. Punish. Absolute punishment. We need more fathers. We need more men out here. Good men, and not just any old nigga just showing up to the party. Nah, bro. We need some men that gonna put, like me, put their best foot forward, because this woman did not deserve that. These are same people. Did what I don't understand. Like, if I was a criminal, we come from the hood. It never crossed my mind. I knew that jail was part of the game. I knew that they're gonna put me in a place with other tough men. They're gonna put me in a place with other men that handle their business. That's probably gonna extort. That's gonna try to rape. They're gonna try to take advantage of me. So as a youngster, I knew the consequences. I knew the consequences. Now, the level of consequences, probably you probably won't see it till you get there. But what I'm saying is, these people that do horrific things to innocent people, they be the same ones crying when they get behind the wall. They be the same one. Man, I can't handle it. They got rapists up in here. They got murderers up in here. They tried to take my booty. I'm starving. They won't feed us. The food is garbage. The food is horrible. Yesterday they gave us some potatoes and some gravy. And the gravy, it was bubbling up. Like, what the hell? Why? And the potatoes, the mashed potatoes was wiggling. I can't eat that. Oh no. The macaroni and cheese is powdered cheese. Oh man. Mystery meat Thursdays. I can't handle it. They won't let us take showers. Niggas getting beat up, niggas getting stabbed. Dudes on here on dope. They do anything for that dope. Hearing youngsters come in, they getting taken advantage of. They can't fight them off. Man, I don't want to be. I gotta do this for another 30 years. Yeah, nigga. Yeah. Because where was all that boo-hoo and crying and sympathy when you put 15 rounds in that dude? Where was that sympathy when you blew that nigga head off? Where was the sympathy then? You didn't show that man no sympathy. You put 15 rounds in him. There was a dude in Chicago. Y'all probably heard this story. He just came out of Cook County Jail, and I guess his ops was waiting for him. And they hit that boy 64 times. Y'all can look it up. Came out of Cook County, and they hit him 64 times. There was two shooters. They both came out with automatics. 64 times. The dude that hit that boy up 64 times be the same one crying with somebody, because ain't no guns in prison. They hit that boy up 64 times to be the same ones behind that wall crying, begging for their freedom. I'm pretty sure. I was curious of all the victims, all these tough ass niggas, all their victims. I wonder how many of their victims pleaded for their life. Don't do it, man. Don't do it. I'm sorry, man. Whatever. How many of their victims begged for their life and you showed them no mercy? At least you alive. You can complain. They gone. They ain't never breathing again. The woman in this story, they stuffed her in the body bag. Stuffed her in the duffel bag. Like she was straight trash. Left her out there to die. Left her in the damn closet. Blunt force trauma. Facial fractures. Brain bleed and broken ribs. They want to make sure this woman was in the most pain possible. And she's 52. Wait, they're in 1952. That's what 40 years. No, that's not, about 30 something years. 30. That can be their that could be their mom. Could be their grandma if they if their parents got it in early. This somebody's grandmama they did this to. Bash her head in. Bash her head. That's crazy. These people have to go. And it seems like in America, it seems like, well, that's just the world. Anytime you're trying to do good, you become a target. But it's really the world is ran by Satan. The world's ran by Satan. You can just look around, you can feel it. People starving, people getting evicted. People don't know how they're gonna pay their bills. Layoffs, mass incarceration, abortions. They even take it to a point to where we're gonna take life before before it officially begins. We're going to take life before it officially begins. These are satanic forces. Kids are out of control, shooting up everything. Domestic violence is through the roof. Domestic violence. There's so many people. Before, it was a lot of women. Now, it's just the men are getting handled too. I'm about to cover another story. I'm about to go live again. I got another story. Another man lost his life in a scuffle with his old lady, with his baby mama. Baby mamas are taking their daddies out, taking their baby daddies out. Domestic violence. So many stories of this demonic people doing horrific things to children. Their own children. I'm talking about their own children. How can you harm something that came from you, especially as a mother? How can you harm something, this little miracle that grew inside of you? Because mothers have a bond with their children before anybody else. When the baby hungry, the mom feel it. When the baby begins to flip, start getting that position to come out, the mom feel it. The mom is the first one that the baby sees when they deliver the baby. They put the baby on the mom's breast. So you went through all this wonderful journey of giving life, and you want to get rid of it. One mom put her baby in the oven, and she told the police, "I thought it was a baby crib." How the hell you think a baby crib is an oven? Another mom, she laid on her, she was giving her baby a nap. She was laying with her baby, and her breasts were so big, it suffocated the little baby to death. And come to find out, it was her second time doing it. Just crazy stuff. But they will get the light. I think this is in, well, they committed the crime in New York. I don't think New York has a death penalty. I gotta see if New York has does New York have death penalties? I don't think so. Lethal injections. Yeah, it was outlawed. Capital punishment was outlawed in New York after the New York Court of Appeals, the highest court in the state, declared in 2004 that as of currently practice, it was not allowed under the state's constitution. So in New York, there is no capital punishment. There is no death penalty. The last person to be executed was August 15th, 1963. He was convicted of first-degree murder and robbery in 1962. Damn. So yeah, New York doesn't do lethal injections. They're gonna let a person rot. Hey, what's up, Ella? They're gonna let these two rot. I remember. Yeah, they're gonna let these people rot, and this is just a senseless murder. I'm not, and I didn't even get to the motive. What was the reason they killed this woman? I don't know. Besides the car, I don't think they. I think they stole the car in order to get away. These people don't even have cars. Bums. Absolute bums. These people don't have a car. They have no job. They have nothing going for themselves. So you didn't even get big money out of it. So when she came into the apartment, it has to be drugs. That's the only thing I can think of. It has to be drugs. They were probably frightened. Talking about these two teenagers that killed this woman. She went to go check on her apartment. The apartment belonged to her mom. Her mom had passed away, and she came to go check on her mother's apartment. And when she went up in there, it was two teenagers, and they killed her. They beat her to death and put her in a duffel bag, and then put her in the closet. So like a few days later, her son put out a report looking for his mom. He found his mom in the closet in the duffel bag. They said that he saw her foot first. Her foot was hanging out the closet. And after they beat her and put her in a duffel bag and then put some coats on it, try to cover it up. It's out there in New York. New York is cutting up. New York is doing so bad. I don't even know what outside of drugs. I don't know what would be the reason for them to do that. I am not sure, but I know they about to go away for a long time. They gave this woman blunt force trauma to the head, multiple facial fractures, a brain bleed, and 2 broken ribs. It's absolutely crazy. This is absolutely nuts. I don't know. And the thing is, where's the parents? Who raised these people? Who the hell be raising these people? Or as I said, it takes a village to raise a child. It does. It takes a village, meaning I didn't understand what that saying was. So I got older. Like, what does that mean? It takes the mom and dad. It takes the police. It takes the teachers. It takes the judges. It takes the grocery store clerk. Because everywhere this person goes, they should know that this community rolls a certain way. This community has they stand on these type of principles and these foundations. And if the kid is out of line, everybody in the community working together, they don't get that kid in line. They're gonna work together. But in today's time, everybody for themselves. Everybody had everybody just for themselves. Everybody, a lot of people don't even talk to each other. Neighbors, they locking the doors. There was a time where neighbors came to each other and be like, "Hey, neighbor." Them days is over. Hey, neighbor, close the door. Ain't gonna try to talk to you. Oh yeah, the mom had kids. She had an older son. I think he's in his 20s or 30s. That's who found her. The son found her. The son found her in the apartment. So after they had killed her and put her in a duffel bag, they stole her car. They were already in Pennsylvania. They already left New York. They were in Pennsylvania. So the woman, Nadia Patel, her son came in and found her. Called the police because he haven't heard from his mom in a couple of days. That was unusual. These people is trash. Ain't nobody. Now, I think I don't know, right now it's a little bit even. Kids still going out a little bit, so, cause for a long, shoot, the last like 15 years, shoot, they wouldn't let kids out. No, like compared to when I was growing up, like all the kids used to be out. Now it's getting a little bit better. When I be driving, I see the kids at the basketball courts, I see people at the park. It's starting to get a little bit better, but I still think what the thing is now everybody got cell phones. So even if something do happen, teenage, they can call their mom, they can call their dad, call their uncle, who they need to call if something pop off. They can call who they need to call when something pop off. But y'all flood my comments. Probably do another live on another story. But y'all let me know why y'all think they did this to this woman. I personally believe it's drugs. But y'all let me know. 250 capital G. I'm gone.